knows how to do paw. Here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so... Oh my goodness. 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 Being harassed by this little cat. Harassed by this little kitty cat. Really? Oh! Ain't no way your head didn't hurt after that. I dropped my phone. There was this pretty little, pretty little white bird that ended up showing. Get a grip. Get a grip. Do it. Do it. Get a grip. Get a grip. He's gonna go down here. There was this pretty white bird. I don't know if you saw it in the video before this, but it showed up out of nowhere. I'm like, is that a dove? No, it's one of the water birds. So I ran inside, got my long lens camera, and took pictures. Some of them are blurry, but that's okay. I'll just do with the ones that are not blurry. I kind of like the non-blurry. I like the blurry ones that, as in like the blurry aesthetic. So I might just post it on like Pinterest or something for someone to use. I have so many photographs to go through, guys. Like in general, it's like I have this issue. I have this imposter syndrome that takes over, and I gotta lotion my hands again. It's a little cool out, so, and I wash my hands all the time with soap that's not really probably good for the body. But before I get off track, I not only do I have a lot of videos, but I have a lot of photographs I gotta go through. It's imposter syndrome, but it's also like I've been cultivating these skills, but my true love is storytelling or writing stories or just writing in general. And for some reason, that's the side of myself that I just refuse to show people. I've shown it, but I'm still so mysterious, I feel like, when it comes to my storytelling and my poems and my writings. And like, one day I ought to write a few books. Maybe that's what this time is meant to be for me, you know what I mean? Like, let's be for real. Like, let's have a serious one-on-one is what I'm trying to say. What I mean by that is, while I do this caregiving for my mom, like, I do things on the side here and there. Now, even though I do care for her 24/7, I've been implementing spaces for myself here and there to read, to play a game if I want to, like, just to de-stress here and there. And now that I have a more stable routine with her, and we have that stability now, instead of going to the hospital all the time, now that she's been home since July. And with the whole, in the last vlog that you've seen, like, me putting all those badges on the calendar pages was just to show you, hey, that was what my life was like for 9 months. I only had badges for 6 months to document. However, for the 3 months that I didn't have to document was for a place that had a sign-in sheet. And I haven't really talked about it until now, but I feel like I'm having the urge to do so. While I just saw a pretty, I don't know what bug that was, but it was pretty. I'm gonna say a lot because my brain's trying to think while I'm talking. You know, today I feel like I don't look that great, but when I look back at this video, I'm like, you look good, you just don't feel good. So that's kind of projecting onto what you think you look like. That was random, but I felt like I needed to say this so, like, people can see the authentic side of me, just even when I'm thinking these random things. Like, I needed to get out of my system and move on. I don't hold it in. But as I was speaking about just going back and forth, for example, at that last location she was at, the Health Central Park Rehabilitation Center, while she was learning how to walk again, and then got injured from a situation involving a nurse. And we have the MRI and, like, x-rays to show that she did get injured from it. But during that stay for those 3 months while she was at that location, it's in the Orlando Winter Garden area. So, like, to go from here to there, that was like an hour drive to, and then an hour drive back, give or take, during whatever time or duration of the day it was, because sometimes I would come home accidentally or during, like, traffic hour, you know what I mean, 5 o'clock hour type thing, you know, whatever time or hour that traffic happens, just think about it in that sense, or refer to it, I guess, so you can visualize what I'm speaking about. With all that in mind, though, I've just been going back and forth, and then now that she's been home since July, it's now about to be December. It's November 30th. This thing over here moved when I looked over here. It went like this. When I looked over here, that was so perfect timing. I love when stuff like that happens. I'm gonna keep saying, I guess. With this all in mind, though, the whole going back and forth, the days that I had, if I had any breaks, were just days to rest on, or catching up on laundry, or catching up on any dishes. I didn't really have that many dishes to clean, though, because of how my schedule was, I always had to be on top of it because I didn't want it to pile up. I'm just having a heart to heart with y'all guys. Y'all. The Southern Jess is coming back, I swear. Up north, I would have this Minnesotan accent. And I purposely would say soda. I want some soda. People like to say pop there. Not everyone, but some people. And then in Indiana, it was the Crossroads. That's what I heard it was as a city. A downtown city, but I just feel so many emotions as I go. And I totally almost digressed and got off the topics. I promise I'm still here. My ADD was taking over as I thought about the other places I've lived at. With that being said, now that I have more stability and a routine in place and I'm not going somewhere all the time to be there for Momma Melissa, I am like, okay, I want to start seeing if I can add to that routine, like the skills I have, or maybe this time will allow me to write as I desire to be a writer. Growing up, I always wanted to be like on camera, so this is what I mean, is like I would always watch like the OG YouTubers, Jade Fox being one of them. I love her so much. And Trey Melvin, I love him so much. And the fact that I'm somewhat connected to one of the YouTubers that I loved growing watching up, Sawyer Hartman, although I'm not in the community or active in his community as much as I used to be, because I'm realizing it's not necessarily for me as much as I thought it was, because I honestly wanted to start a business in photography and videography. However, I'm having this realization that I would like to do it, but not from a business standpoint. However, I think I will utilize those tools that I'm learning and apply it in other areas in my life. So for like writing and stuff. So like, I think it will still work for other areas of my life, but I don't think, although I have this skill that I've honed in photography, I don't know that I necessarily want it as a business at the moment. At least while I'm caring for her, I don't know that I want it as a business while I'm caring for her. And I finally came to that realization. I'm not like masking or trying to pretend to be something I'm not. Because I think I'm really good with photography in the way that I do utilize it. However, do I have the intention of wanting a business behind it? At the moment, no. And I have peace with that. And I don't think I'm pretending to be something that I'm not when I say that out loud, when I'm still a part of this community. I'm there for the business aspect of it, to apply it to other areas of my life, as some are in that community as well. It's such a nice day out. I felt like talking to y'all before I went to this grocery shopping that I'm about to do. I'm gonna return this because I realized this was the wrong soap and the wrong moisturizer that the doctor ordered her to have. I have to get a different brand. But let's get on. I know I had this long talk with you guys, but I feel like sometimes I just have to get it out there. Because I know I'm not the only one that has these moments where you're going through these changes, or you're having different routines than you used to have, or you have those desires of, oh, I really want to do this, but sometimes circumstances, and I don't like when people are like, it's like ableism. I don't know the word for it. It's shaming is what I want to say. Where people will not consider the circumstances that you're in and try to be all guru about it and be like, oh, it's just because you don't want to. No, it's not always just because I don't want to. I'm being realistic at where I am in life right now. And I feel like people will try to shame you and make you, or gaslight you and make you think you're not doing everything that you can towards what you're desiring or towards those dreams, because they think you're being lazy, when in actuality the circumstances of your life just leave no leeway or room for you to have that space of those desires, you know what I mean? And it's not saying like to shame or judge those that are indeed gaslighting or shaming us. I just am tired of people that are in a privileged situation having that standpoint of judging and acting like they weren't once in that position themselves before. And if they were never in that position themselves, I always have that thought where I'm like, you genuinely don't understand everyone's situation, so now you're trying to apply something that works for you when you're coming from a place of privilege, rather than being mindful that not everyone has that place of privilege. Oof. It's the entitlement for me. See, I talk like this with myself all the time. I just don't always have it on camera. I just have these like therapeutic conversations with myself. But now that I have it on camera, it just feels so nice to say that out loud, because it's like, and I do want to use this as an example. Like, this is how I feel about certain like mentors and coaches. Like, they will call you lazy or try to shame you into thinking that you're not doing all that you can with the resources that you have on hand, because they're coming from a place of privilege while not considering where you are at in life, while not considering you are where they started. And yeah, they're trying to give you all these while they're trying to give you all these tools and stuff, they only give you the tools as a gateway. They don't necessarily go through it with you. They don't really, in my opinion, have the expertise to walk you through it, because they've never had that experience themselves, in the sense that they're coming from a privileged standpoint. So they're not ever going to be able to meet you at your level. They just, in my opinion, want to make money from you. They don't want to actually help you. They want to keep you in pain, so that you keep struggling and keep reaching out. Oh, here, I need help with this. But then they give you what I like to call the same thing under a false perspective. So they'll give you some guidance, right? And then they'll come to you with the same guidance, but with different wording, or a different visualization, or a different action. It's the same thing. They don't actually help you. And I hate the word help, so I more so believe in empowerment. They don't empower you. They're trying to help you, which is to keep you in pain. And a lot of people are misguided because of it. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I just felt like I needed to say that and get it off my chest. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. And it's cooler out for Florida. We're gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna stop rambling, but I feel like someone will enjoy these rambles. Or they'll get some advice from it. And maybe even a little empowerment. I call myself a spiritual guide for a reason on one of my accounts. I believe in guidance. I believe in guiding others. Hey, this is what you need to know. I want you to go through this knowing that you have someone that is willing to go through it with you, with advice. Let's get to the next part of this. So when I came in, where the buggies are, or the sharpened carts, as some people call it, they had like a whole like Costco type style of, hey, you want to try this? So I got some stuff and I put it in a cup. I ate the turkey thing. It actually was more yummier than I thought it would be. And now I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to make that for Momma Melissa sometime. But with that in mind, I don't need to go down the aisle. I do need to go down this aisle though. You're good. I'll tell you more in a minute. I'm getting shy. So this is what we have so far. I got some soda because I think I have a caffeine headache and it's not going away after day 2. I got some chips. These are all like the food and whatnot. Bananas. I'm trying to think of what I came here for. I came here for groceries because I'm like, we're running low on what we like to eat, you know what I mean? Like, we have food, but it's like what we prefer to eat, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go in here in case I need something. I was feeling a little bummed yesterday because of the whole calendar thing, so I just got some poster board. I can make my own calendar type thing. Now let me get some easy, quick. I think the universe is saying, don't eat any of the kid cuisine I like to normally eat. I'm gonna get 2 of her TV dinners. It was cute. Someone was dressed in like Christmas PJs. And I was like, I like the Christmas theme. And she said, thank you. We're actually having like a little girls' Christmas party thing. And it's so cute because I looked at her cart and she had all these cute little, I thought that was real. But it was cute because I thought she had I really want one of these, but I don't know if I want a Christmas one. Anyways, it was cute because she had her cart's full of like party snacks. And one of them was like a tray of deviled eggs. I didn't even see that in here. I'm on the wrong aisle. Down the wrong aisle. I'm not used to vlogging. Oh, look, I wanted to show you guys the little cute little Christmas lights up there. I'm not used to vlogging. Look at all that ice. Look at all that ice. Anyways. Anywho, I had to get different soap, but I don't see a CeraVe soap. So I just refunded this one. I'm about to get it again and just call it a day. It'll be better soap than what she's using. I think I want some True Move. And then I gotta scan the yogurt that she used to. I'm gonna do that now and get the soap or the True Move in a minute. Someone's over there. Let's see how we can do this. You know, I was told this was bad from someone else's app. So I'm just going to give her her regular. I'm going to scan what the Chobani one looks like and see, compare and contrast, you know what I mean? Huh. She likes this yogurt, so I want to scan the strawberry Chobani one as well really quick. I'm home now. I came home to someone being here. I'll tell you more later. Yeah, earlier my aunt came by, and what I wanted to talk about was just how I personally feel like people need to just communicate with me, because I don't find out until the day of, or if they decide to come and communicate the day of, they don't communicate at least 3 days in advance. And it's like, I don't show up to someone's house the day of, or I don't like text or call and be like, hey, I'm gonna come by, is it okay if I can come by? Like, yeah, it's okay, but I wish you had communicated this sooner. And I didn't even know until my mom told me, so that's why I feel the way I do. Because I won't find out until either the day of, but then again, today was communicated the day of. It wasn't communicated a few days beforehand to my mom. So like, I feel like there are boundaries that just need to be in place. Even though I communicated already, I'm like, hey, I don't find out until the day of. However, today was communicated from them the day of. I don't show up at someone's house the day of or ask if I can go and see them the day of. It's just inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate, that's all. For those that do graphic design, either classes or graphic design in general, do you guys have like your favorite tool? Mine just happens to be the stainless steel ruler I bought for my classes, because you know, you use a X-Acto knife to cut it with, like certain paper with, for those that do like print design. And I'm over here like, I was using a basic plastic ruler and I'm like, this doesn't do the job, and I have to use the line for this paper, plus that other ruler was just a 12-inch and I needed a 17-incher. So I was like, the other one's not doing your job, and I felt called to ask other people online. I'm like, do you guys have a preferred tool that you started using since either you started graphic design or you did the graphic design classes, and now it's something that you just have a preference of when you're doing any everyday kind of activity? I'm just curious. Mine happens to be this ruler. That's all I wanted to ask. So I just did all of these are movies I'm going to watch with Momma Melissa. These are potential activities that we can do. We're not going to be sold on them, but they're options for us to do. I have hiccups right now. But yeah, I just did that. I helped her go pee just now. I helped her earlier before I started this by draining her bag. But yeah, I just got done doing these. I'm very excited. I kind of want to start doing something really quick, because while doing this, I just had a realization that the 1st is on a Sunday. For some reason, I thought it was on a Monday. When I view calendars, I view them as Monday through Sunday instead of Sunday through Saturday. It messes with my mind every time I do look at a calendar. I'm aware of that, but I got this done. Tomorrow's the 1st, guys. My heart kind of just skipped a beat, because I just made a realization. I'm like, oh wow, tomorrow is the 1st. So tomorrow is, I want it to be start decorations, and for the 1st specifically, I wrote these movies. Hot Frosty is a new movie on Netflix, and then Miracle on 34th Street, depending on what that is on. And then for the 1st week, I wrote The Princess Switch, Dear Santa, and then the first 2 days are decor days, and then Tuesday is a doctor appointment day. But for the rest of the week, from Tuesday to Sunday, we're gonna watch all of the Santa Claus movies as well as the Santa Claus series that's on Disney Plus. So that's what the 1st week is gonna look like for the most part, and we'll go from there. I got one of my favorite movies, Happy Elf, on the 9th, and then for Christmas Day, The Polar Express is my personal favorite. And then the 24th, another personal favorite of mine, is called The Christmas Shoes. The song and that movie in general makes me want to cry every time, but it's okay. We love that for us. But I put a lot of Christmas classics as well as some newer movies. We'll see how it goes. And then Momma Melissa, she said Saturday specifically, there's always a new Christmas movie, so we'll dedicate some of those. I have written some here, but that will be besides the Christmas movie that she wants to watch from Hallmark. We'll work around it, you know? It's, again, this is flexible, but I had to download Illustrator on this because it's new. But I finally did the J logo by itself for my website and other things. Oh man. But now, oh, I came across this off my list. The Christmas planning. Yeah. I'm watching Love is Blind, season 3, the US edition. But as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness, it's downloaded. It took like 32 an hour to download. It's okay. It's downloaded now. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, my last video cut off because I ran out of phone storage. So I might make a video from future me about whatever it was that I was talking about. So we'll see. We will see. Can I just ask what we're doing today? Oh. Is that so? Can I just ask what we're doing today? What you doing? Just sitting on the corner. Just sitting on the corner.